Good morning and welcome to Unicorn Square. My name is Bridget, fairy liaison, oracle doll maker, human sparkle, and super fun person. It's always so fun. It's great to be here. Today's my fairy workshop is, it was a big fairy party last night. I love having friends visit, and I'll include some photos at the end of the show. My friend Douglas, who is an amazing plant-based baker, brought some treats by last night, and I ate them all. So I have none right now to show you, but they're super delicious and amazing. And the frosting was colored in beet juice, which I think is awesome. And it was super delicious and marvelous. And here is Casino, the fairy dog. Hello, Casino. Thank you for stopping by. So today is a super fun day, and I was trying to think of, my fairies are everywhere. I'm getting ready to do a super fun show in Brazier Falls, a fabulous place known as Brazier Falls. It sounds very magical. I'm gonna go there today. Tomorrow. And today I did actually switch, which animals bring in a little bit of fun sunshine, because I was gonna go with a lepidolite for our fairy of the day, for our fairy message. But then when the super sunshininess of Casino, the fairy workshop dog, came by, it kind of changed my mind, and I was like, you know what, let's add a little brightness and optimism to our day. And that would be super fun and exciting. So I changed it up, and we're going with the Citrine fairy, which is fun. And this is the fairy that'll have the Citrine. Oh, it's super exciting. So look at this. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me see. Do I think I need, yep, I do need a different set of wings, and I'll get those. But this is going to be our super fun Sunshine Citrine fairy. And it's tropical and awesome and super exciting. And this fairy, it's like really fun to hit the reset button. And Citrine is my favorite crystal. I shouldn't have favorites, and I know I say that all the time, but it's my favorite. I love Citrine. And Citrine, here it is. Let me show you one. It sparkles like crazy. Here we go. Let's see. My Citrine, who wants to come out to play? And let's take a look. Oh, I love this one. This one right here. Look at this. Okay, so it's got all kinds of fun little sparkles and rainbows inside. And I love this crystal because it is like sunshine and happiness and optimism, and like the jazz hands of crystals, like glee club of crystals, and it beams all the time, happiness and sunshine. And it says life is amazing, and don't sweat the small stuff, it's all good. And that's the crystal that's going inside this fairy's heart today. So it's going to be placed right in here and sewn inside, and I think it's exciting. So it's optimism, happiness, creativity, sunshine, energizing and highly creative. It never needs cleansing. It just beams goodness all the time. It absorbs, transmutes, and grounds negative energy and protects the environment. I love having every one of my crystals. I have a little bit of giving props to Mother Nature and helping to protect the environment, and I believe that it's always really good to do your due diligence and do what you can, but at the same time, always, like when I'm out walking in the woods, I'll always like touch a tree and just say, thank you very much for everything that you give, because I think it's good to give pep talks to the earth, because I think it's doing a lot, and the fairies, they're doing a lot of heavy lifting for us, and it's always fun to be like, you're amazing, and I love you, dear Mother Nature, you're awesome. Because I find that while it's good to be like climate change, and we have, like, it's kind of negative, right? It's kind of heavy. And so I think, like, if you look at the earth like a person, right? And if you were in the soup, like in a rough go of it, and someone, in addition to having a rough go of it, in addition, people who are trying to help you were saying, you're doing terribly. Like, that's really not helping. It's not helping that much. Like, I know you feel like you're helping, but it's not really super as helpful as saying, I know you're going through a rough time right now. I know your friends and people who you hang out with haven't been treating you so well. I'm going to cheer you on to greatness. We're going to do what we can to move in a great sunshiny new direction, and I'm cheering for you because I think you're awesome, Earth. Like, that's a way better approach if you look at the Earth like our friend. So that's what I offer to the Earth. as my little cheer on, because I find that even when you try to help something and do so in a negative manner, the energy of that help is not as helpful as it could be. If you're like, all right, it's not where we want to be right now, definitely. I'm cheering you on to greatness, and I know, if like deep in my heart, I know that we can have it be a super fun, awesome Earth. And I'll do my part. Now, speaking of doing my part, my friend was over last night, as I said, with my super awesome, delicious plant-based cupcakes, and he had bought for himself and his husband this awesome placemat. And so this is what I do. In addition to fairies, I create these super fun placemats, and I'm holding my fairy, but I'll show you. So when I travel with this. And so I have just some recycled silverware. The only thing is if you're flying, take the knife out, because TSA will take that away. So just your spoon and your fork if you're flying. But I place these inside of the placemat, right? And then I'm going to roll it up so you can fit it in your backpack or in your purse, in your little carry-on bag if you're traveling. And this placemat fits perfectly over the tray in front of you. And so what happens is that you have your own little placemat when you're in a food court or at a food truck or out at a picnic. And because I dislike tremendously single-use plastic. It's not great. So here's my little to-go. And so I have a super nice, awesome silverware, and then it washes up, and you can wash your silverware, wash the placemat, and always travel with your own. I've been doing this for myself for about, oh gosh, I'm going on 2 years now. And it's super fun and exciting. And I always, when I unroll it so proudly, saying like, this is what I do. So this is one item, single-use plastic, reducing that I do, that is very, like if I look at how many times I would have had, I just dislike plastic silverware. Even the compostable kind, like where does it go, right? The whole like start to finish, and how does it biodegrade? And there's just a lot of research to do on that, and it's much easier just to keep bringing my silverware packet. So that's what I have to say. So that's what I do. I love On the Earth. I say you're amazing. You can do it. And in the meantime, I will be being more mindful of what I do and how I contribute to the planet. So, yeah, so that's Citrine. So that's getting back to grounding negative energy and protecting the environment. Yeah, what's up? So it is particularly beneficial, Citrine, we're going back to Citrine again, for attracting abundance. Now, abundance, it's not just like money, which, you know, don't get me wrong, it's always awesome if you would like to purchase a fairy, and that's always really exciting because I have a lot of fairies and I love making them, and I love bringing joy and having my emotional support fairies give you support, whether you're going through a tough time or cheering you on during really awesome times. But abundance could be like, at one point I had a ton of chicken eggs, and I don't eat eggs, but I had a lot of chicken eggs, and it was so much fun just to bring them down to the beach and say, here everybody, have some eggs, or give them to friends, or give them to neighbors. And I was abundant in eggs from my chickens, and that was awesome. And so it's always just fun to be like, I've got, and even like if you just look around, you have an abundance of friends, an abundance of joy, of nature. There's so many things to be feel abundant and feel rich. And I love saying I'm rich. And it's really funny when I say I'm rich, someone goes, no, you're not. I'm like, how do you know? What do you know my definition of richness is? And that is my definition. I'm super rich, and it's super fun, because why do I have to go by the standards of saying I have $1 billion and that's what makes me super rich, or I have a name brand, blah, blah, blah. So I am super rich. I'm super rich, full, like a life full of awesomeness, and I get to hang out with my fairies all day, and it's really cool. So abundance, right? And but you can't place it in a cash box, because it does also, like, not to say it's fine, like I'm not against any, you know, like it's really fun. So you can have it in your cash box, and at tomorrow's show I'll have some citrine in my cash box, and that's always exciting, because it's a nice it's a good energy exchange of saying, I enjoy your fairies, thank you very much. And in return, there's a lot of independent artists that I want to support. And so that is always helpful to exchange and keep it flowing around independent artists. So that's exciting. And you can encourage sharing what one has. It imparts joy to all who behold it. And it also soothes family discord, promoting an inner calm. So there's a lot happening with this crystal. It is absolutely my favorite. So that is today's emotional support fairy. We're supporting you for sunshine and happiness, and life is amazing. And it's super fun. So that's going to be sewn inside this fairy. Hello, what's up? And look at how cute and tropical it is. Now this fairy's fabric comes from an amazing shop called Bitty Bamboo. They send me their remnants, and there's lavender in the top. They send me the remnants, so then they're zero waste. Talk about loving the earth. They're zero waste, so they don't throw away the remnants of their beautiful fabric that they use for their children's dresses. And so that is super huge and amazing. And I work with smaller pieces, so I can make a fairy from the fabric that otherwise would end up in a landfill. So that's super exciting. And then my end game, because I don't throw anything away, are all these fun garlands that you see. So here is one in purple that I have hanging here, and I put a little pom-pom at the bottom. It's all fun and furry. So they're fun little party decorations that are environmentally friendly because you can use them over and over again. So that's the other part of it. So it's going to be sewn inside. And then in the wings, which are removable, there's a messenger tube. And so let's see if there's any additional messages. Now we'll go to the cards and see if there's any additional messages that the fairies would like to give us today. It's always very exciting. Dear fairies, what else should we put in a message for this fairy today? It's always fun. That's my little fairy tarot song, fairy oracle card song. That card wants to pop up. And let's see, what else should we chat about today for our fairy? It's always so exciting. And let's see, I have one more right here. Okay, so it also says, oh yeah, charming, it's the Prince of Spring, charming, self-confident, passionate, restless, immediate action. A challenge you can successfully manage. That's exciting. Then we have the Moon, powerful, intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry or fear. And then we have making life changes, and that's super exciting. Oh, how about that? So the citrine can assist with all of these things. It's always really fun because you can add a little sunshine to this entire path, and so that's really exciting. So that is today's super awesome fairy message. So we have citrine for optimism, happiness, creativity, love the earth, and the fairies are saying this is a challenge you can successfully manage. And this is a powerful intuitive epiphany, which I think is really cool. And let go of worry and fear, understanding the truth about the earth, and then also choosing to make major life changes. Be mindful of how you use perhaps single-use plastics, and then it leads to a more meaningful life, which I think is super important. Oh, fairies, you're so deep. How about that? Oh, there's a lot happening. That's pretty exciting. So, awesome. And I will add on some information on Bitty Bamboo Epiphany, which provides the awesome fabric to make it zero waste. And also Delights by Douglas for bringing me super delicious cupcakes yesterday. And a great visit with a nice cup of tea. And that's going to do it for today. This is super exciting. Thank you for joining in. And if you're in the Brazier Falls area of upstate New York, stop in tomorrow. It's a super fun Tri-Town Winter Festival, and I believe that the proceeds go to backpack lunches, backpack program. I have to do a little more research on that. So there's a lot of information to take in. So I'll post that. I think it's on my website already. But yeah, this is awesome. Thank you very much for following along. And look at this little fun guy. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. All right, have a great day.